So it's actually really funny that I accidentally made too many Sonic videos for Sonic Week because I miscalculated and did not realize that the first week ended much sooner than I anticipated, which is why Kingdom Hearts Week is now starting on a Tuesday instead. But I think that that's okay, primarily because I think after this week, I'm going to start turning Kingdom Hearts Week into Square Enix Week. That way we could talk about Kingdom Hearts, about Final Fantasy VII Remake, Rebirth, whatever the next one is, Dragon Quest, and just other general Square Enix projects. Maybe even Octopath Traveler, because I really want to get into that series and stuff like that. But for the most part, you know, we are officially in Kingdom Hearts Week, right? And I did say for the most part that I was going to stop making videos of this style, basically just kind of, you know, complaining about the empty void that we've been in for the last 4 years. But I think in this case, it's just kind of, you know, it's a little more interesting. It's not just that, because I did see a video kind of recently from Gamer's Joint. That's my boy. You know, love my boy. Okay, been watching him forever, and he was talking about the dark ages of Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. And I just thought it was really interesting because I was in my head for a very long time in regards to Kingdom Hearts. Like, in reality, the wait technically hasn't even been that long from 3 to 4 just yet, right? We've only been waiting, because we've only known about the existence of Kingdom Hearts 4 since 2022, right? It's about to be 2026, that means it's been about almost 4 years. That's fine, whatever. 4 years isn't that crazy, especially when you consider something like, you know, the Game Awards from 2024, and they revealed something like Okami there, right? Okami has had like one spin-off game and a million ports over the last decade, right? Okami fans, that was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? GTA 6. GTA fans have been waiting on something that wasn't a crazy, ridiculous update for GTA 5 for ages. They've been wanting something new, fresh, and tangible in the form of a game forever now. And GTA 6, I want to say it's on the horizon, but we'll see what happens, because it could get delayed again. I can't lie to you. But for the most part, you get what I'm saying, right? In comparison to a lot of other waits, Kingdom Hearts 4 isn't that bad in terms of how many years it's been. But on the other hand, I think it would be ignorant to say that we're just being completely dramatic too, right? Because we are in an age where things simply get announced way too early to the point where they fall off people's radar. Okay? We get information and like hints or just outright announcements for something, whether it be a game, whether it be a show, movie, sometimes years upon years in advance during the development stages, right? I personally am one of the few people, I don't think we should know about Doomsday or Secret Wars yet. I don't. They made that timeline ages ago. We should never have seen that, because that threw us off really bad in the long run, right? And now everybody's looking at We've been looking at Doomsday for years now, thinking, wow, like, this is like such a mess, because there's just so much random information being thrown around that means almost nothing until we actively see something. And the one thing we did see didn't do a great job of enticing anybody for excitement, right? So when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, that's kind of a similar situation that we're feeling. We were excited, sure, it was a cool little like concept trailer or whatever, little teaser, but it's the fact that they showed us that, but it was already so long ago that it feels outdated and incorrect in terms of like what we're actually going to be, you know, participating in within Kingdom Hearts 4. Like, we don't actively know what Kingdom Hearts 4 even is right now. We don't even know if it looks like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know if that cutscene exists, right? So that's one aspect. that I think, you know, I don't think we're necessarily being dramatic on that front. And then there's also the fact that we've talked about this one a couple of times. The fact that throughout the wait for Kingdom Hearts 3, we were still getting not only, you know, like remasters and, you know, well, not remakes per se, but we were getting a bunch of remasters and packages and stuff like that on modern hardware, but we were also getting newer content in the forms of stuff like 0.2 Fragmentary Passage. We were getting back cover. We were getting content for Kingdom Hearts Chi, or Kingdom Hearts Union Cross rather, consistently. We were even getting Dark Road at the time and things like that. We were getting so much general content across the board for years on end that it didn't really feel like Kingdom Hearts as a franchise was silent. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I feel like it's a little bit more ironic that during that era, that's when we were probably at our greediest, and that is when we were probably being a little bit more dramatic, right? And even then, I feel like that's an over-exaggeration, primarily because we were waiting since like 2013 to 2019, right? And in between that time frame, they had shown off the game in a teaser. I saw Kingdom Hearts. I saw that first teaser in middle school, right? I remember it clear as day. I remember I was still doing like YouTube stuff for fun, right? And I saw that first trailer and I was just like, yes, like it's almost here. Like, I'm so glad I'm into this franchise now. And I didn't get it until well out of high school, right? So that goes to show, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's even being dramatic back then, considering like that way, right? And that wait was only ridiculous because they had completely restarted development essentially on a completely new engine midway through. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to scrap a lot of stuff and remake everything, right? So that's understandable, right? On both fronts. Like, yes, partly we were being dramatic because we were still receiving consistent content throughout the years, but at the same time, because of that restarted development, we kind of went through a Metroid Prime 4 situation, ironically, where we had to wait double the time for Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay? Now, in the case of Kingdom Hearts 4, we did get that. We're kind of looking at a very similar situation, except unlike that era, we're pretty much completely caught up when it comes to the entirety of the series being available to us on modern consoles, meaning that there's no reason for them to be going out of their way to consistently remaster and re-release all of that stuff on even more modern consoles, because it's all available, it's right there. So we're not getting bigger repackages or anything like that. The best we're getting is all-in-one, which goes on sale once a month at this point. You could get the entire series for $40, which is an insane steal. Next to that, we don't have our Kingdom Hearts Union Cross or anything like that. We don't have our Dark Road to hold us over because those games have been done for ages now, and Missing Link just recently got canceled at the middle of last year, meaning we don't have the mobile whatever holdover for the time being. We have zero Kingdom Hearts to look forward to, especially because, for whatever reason, and I'm going to talk about like this specific topic in a dedicated video. I really want to talk about this, but this series doesn't get spin-offs at all. It doesn't get little extra whatever. It is mainline title or absolutely nothing. And I think I made a video about that, saying that was easily one of my biggest problems with the franchise, is that Nomura cannot have something just be for fun. You know what I'm saying? Even, Jesus Christ, Melody of Memories. That game isn't a spin-off. That is a canon title with actual lore, like actual important story tagged in there. Why? No idea. But I'm telling you right now, there is no reason anybody should be spending more than $15, if that, on Melody of Memory, right? Don't get me wrong. I love my rhythm games, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big Friday Night Funkin' fan. Guitar Hero I grew up on, you know what I'm saying? I want to get the most recent Cadence game, Rift of the Necrodancer, and stuff like that. I love my rhythm games. And I love Kingdom Hearts, and I love Kingdom Hearts music, right? But in reality, it's such a bare bones game, right? Like it's neat in concept, but it's so like, okay, this was fun for a one-time whatever. There's no reason for me to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of those songs, I'm like, you know, I don't know. I like my Twilight Town themes and stuff like that. I love my Traverse Town themes. I love my Underworld themes from the Coliseum and stuff like that. But like, utilizing them in a rhythm game, I don't know. It just barely works. Call that one dramatic. I feel like that barely works, and that's why something like that is barely considered a holdover, especially because it only came out like a year after Kingdom Hearts 3, right? Or no, a year after the DLC. My time frame is super messed up on that one because that was just a crazy period of my life. But regardless, you know what I'm saying, Melody of Memory was the last thing we got, and it was like kind of important, but not so important you need to go out of your way to like buy the game and play through all of it. It is just a recap of the series through Kairi's lenses, and then we get to see like, okay, like where's Kairi at like now with everything, now that, you know, Sora's gone, now that the story's over from 3, you know, what's up with her, you know, where is she at with all this? And it's just a big nothing burger. We finally get a little bit more of an interaction between her and Riku, something that was sorely lacking through base game in Kingdom Hearts 3, right? Which is neat and dandy and cool. We get a really cool cutscene of her duking it out with Xehanort one-on-one. That's badass. That's great. We definitely needed to see more of that stronger side of Kairi and see that Keyblade training really truly pay off a little bit. So that was awesome. But it's just like, man, this happened. Now we're going to Quadratum. And it's like, okay, so we got from point A to point A.5, bro. Like, we didn't move a single inch. What's that, Daniel? We got Daniel and we got Cooler Daniel. It's the same thing with slightly more info on the in-between of going to Quadratum. We still have not entered Quadratum yet with anybody else. We have not seen anybody else enter Quadratum. We don't know what's going on. Especially because even like the ending cutscene of 3, like that secret cutscene of Sora waking up in Shibuya and Riku walking around and Yozora hanging out, we don't even know if that's canon anymore. Like we don't know what the deal is with that. So I mean Riku's gonna be there, of course, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, because we just know absolutely nothing in regards to that. So all in all, that being like Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory being like the last thing that we received in terms of content 5 years ago is kind of alarming. It's kind of alarming. So are we being dramatic? I would like to believe that we're not. I really, really do. But all of me is just saying, like, you know, there was always going to be like a massive wait in between. It's just the silence. And at this point, it's one of those things where I would rather not know about it at all. I'm definitely, like I said at the beginning, I'm definitely one. I would rather not know about it at all than know about it for ages on end and have to wait forever for it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that definitely stems from the fact that with Kingdom Hearts 3, because of how long it took, expectations were through the roof, and I could definitely see that people were like not as lenient when it came to like everything that happened with Kingdom Hearts 3, because I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is good. It's not perfect by any means, but that wait created a stigma that game was not allowed to be anything less than perfect. And that happens with every game, right? It's not just Kingdom Hearts, you know what I'm saying? People are going to be feeling that way about Kingdom Hearts 4. It better be major, you know what I'm saying? GTA 6, they're probably going to be charging $100+ for that game. It better be mesmerizing in terms of quality, you know what I'm saying? Like, that stigma that just kind of brews, it turns into just low-key resentment. And see, and there you go. That's another aspect that I feel could be considered dramatic, is that it's kind of turning into resentment. Like, I really wish I did not know about Kingdom Hearts 4 this early. Right? It's just, it's taken too long. it's to just talk about anything, because what do you mean? It's been almost 4 years, and the only thing that we've gotten in terms of an update is 8 screenshots or something. And those screenshots look mildly better than what we saw. But it's like, yeah, girl, give us absolutely nothing. Like, that's absolutely bonkers to me, yo. So that's where I'm at with that. Now, are we in the dark ages or are we being dramatic? I do feel like for the most part it's a blend of both, but I think it's because we're in the dark ages that we are being dramatic. I think it's safe to, you know, you could go ahead, you could call that a little bit of a cop-out, but for the most part, I do think that we are in the closest thing we've had to dark ages when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, because going from consistent updates and, you know, knowledge on the series and getting constant, like, content, so we have something to play, something new to absorb in terms of information for the series and things like that all the time, to just utter complete darkness with no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no, like, I'm at the point where I almost have no reason to believe that we're gonna see anything from Kingdom Hearts 4 in 2026. If they only showed screenshots last year, I have no reason to believe. Even like the social media page is so dead that every time we see a notification from it, people just get angry. It's not even, that's not good. that's not good. There's no reason as to why that social media page of any, like on the Instagram, the Twitter, whatever, should be that dead. We got nothing to talk about? That's not good. So yeah, we still have yet to figure out even what Nomura was talking about back in, what, 23 or the end of 22, when he said that there was going to be some massive shift, some Discovery made some massive shift for the franchise. I mean, given what we know about the state of the world now, there's a very upsetting and dark, like, pit of my mind that is worried. I like to think that Nomura and his teams are just the absolute creatives. They like to make true art and tell a story. But my God, if AI is involved in any way in Kingdom Hearts, I'm finding that man and I'm smacking the shit out of him myself. Because absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, we'll see what happens with that. But overall, yeah, we're being dramatic for sure, because there are games that have seen much, much longer waits. When's the last time we heard anything about Dragon Quest XII? That's crazy, but that's still the thing. Dragon Quest is still getting stuff. We just recently got like a random, like, miniature, like, what is it? Dragon Quest Shadows or Dragon Quest Dark or something like that. We just recently got a little Dragon Quest game. We're getting Dragon Quest VII reimagined very soon. You know what I'm saying? A complete remake. Dragon Quest isn't completely silent. That's the difference. So it's like, I don't know. I've said my piece. I'm passing the mic over to you, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you agree that we are being a little bit too dramatic about things? Do you think that this wait isn't not like that necessarily that bad? We should just be patient and just wait for the game to take its time, develop when it needs to develop, so that when we do get to see it for the first time, it actually looks super extravagant, beautiful, and the wait will have been worth it, and we'll probably get it much sooner than we probably anticipate? Or are you on the opposite end of things? You don't think that we're being dramatic in any way, shape, or form. We truly are in the darkest possible age of Kingdom Hearts, and we should be a little bit more skeptical about what's going on when it comes to the development of this game. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be Skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do exactly so. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me a great favor, dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.